Hey everybody, welcome back to the Block Bulls channel. Now today we're going to be specifically looking into the Quant overledger today on the macro chart. Now just quickly before we dive into it, I posted this poll over on x.com this morning. So this was just a quick poll in order to basically gather just some intel really as to what sort of information we want to be presenting on these charts. Personally, I prefer keeping these technical analysis and these charts just completely free of any sort of BS, shall we say, with all these different types of indicators. So obviously moving averages are very popular, 21-day, 50-day. Some of the institutions will obviously use higher moving averages, for example like the 100, 200 moving averages. Got the oscillators, RSI, MACD, and also volume indicators. Now, I just want to give a quick shout out to this guy because he's actually suggested these order blocks. I'm happy to use these order blocks actually because it's not as if you're waiting for a particular indicator. For me, indicators lag. This is why I don't like using indicators, because it's like almost outdated information, if you will. So indicators are always playing catch up. For me, in order to be successful in the markets, you need to be ahead of the game. Now, these order blocks here, they actually signal where the liquidity is in the markets. So today, I'm actually going to implement some of these in the charts that I'm going to be using today. So if we flick over to the macro chart on the Quant, this is on the daily time frame. So we've got this sort of simplistic trend line kind of acting as resistance all the way from October 21, even dating back September 21, all the way through to here, December just gone. And then we've got this support line as well, acting as support, and it looks as if Quant is actually coming back down now to retest this wedge. It's already retested the wedge. For me, it was successful because you saw that bounce. Now obviously the market as a whole is taking a bit of a dip, so it looks like Quant's heading back down there, and we're not far off either. So in terms of percentages, for me, you've got about a 7% dip to go, which isn't the end of the world. So let's just remove that from the chart. Now, I've talked about these order blocks. So what we're going to do, we're going to just enable them as well. So this is my own order block that I've discovered, just searching through like the different various indicators here through the trading view library, if you will. So this is the one that I'm using today. So if you kind of want to copy these order blocks, you can do. Just search for for that title there. There's also a volume profile bar magnified order blocks as well, which is what the guy over on x.com was suggesting. So that's that. So as you can see, what we're going to do is just ignore these green blocks because these are obviously buy and limit orders down below. Now I don't feel that Quant is going to get down to any of these levels, so like I said, we'll ignore these. So in terms of prices, what we'll be looking to do is get up to these sort of blue blocks and fill those vacated spaces, and provide liquidity, and obviously take out stops as well for any bears that are obviously looking to short the market. Now what I'm going to do just quickly is plot the fibs on this chart here. Right, let's get up there. Wrong way around, Harry. Or should I say the block bull? Start from the top to the bottom, and there we have it. So these would be our targets up here. So you're looking around anywhere between $1,400 and $1,600. Okay, so I'm just going to mark that out quickly on. There we go. So we got our price target there, around $1,650. So that'd be looking at our target. So yeah, what I'd be looking to play out now, I've also marked out in this faint light here the 5th of November, that crucial date with the US elections. So I'm just quickly going to see, because I'd imagine moving something like this. Say we take out this order block here, retest, so that's wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, take out the all-time high. Maybe move back down, take out the liquidity that's building up, So that's now flipped from resistance into support. Come back down, take that out, and then we'll probably go into accumulation range here. So we'll probably play out for a bit, and then going into the elections, I feel like we'll get that blow off top into that sort of region. So that's the way I'd be looking at the markets to play out, roughly. That's just a rough sort of idea of how I expect the markets to go from this point onwards. Now, I'm just going to give a bit of background as well on Quant, because a lot of people don't realise that Quant actually isn't a blockchain, even though it's built on Ethereum. It's like I think it's a layer 2, but it's not considered a blockchain because it's agnostic. Now, this is on the official Quant website here, and this is on the FAQs. So there you go. Is Quant a blockchain? No, we're a blockchain solutions provider. So their technology platform, Overledger, is chain agnostic, which means it can actually communicate with any other protocol, because that's what it is. It's ultimately a communications protocol that sits over the blockchain ledgers, and the name basically says it all. It's the Overledger. Yeah, and this is Quant, right in the slap bang in the middle of this ISO diagram. So the ISO coins are obviously, there for the utility. They're going to facilitate the new global financial system. So you've got Ripple there using XRP, the interledger protocol. So everybody knows about them. Obviously, they're a top 10 coin. They've been around since day dot, really, just after the inception of Bitcoin, and obviously, the discovery of blockchain as a whole. And then we've got Stellar. Big up Stellar. They've got their consensus protocol. You've got Hedera Hashgraph as well, so that doesn't necessarily use blockchain, that uses its own Hashgraph patented software. IOTA, Algorand, and XDC with the bridge. The bridge used to be Dazzle, but it's now been rebranded to Impel. So big up Troy Wood for that. That's bridging across to R3 Corda, which for me is, I believe I read along the lines of R3 Corda. Obviously that's a big consortium, so that's taking up 90% of the global financial transactions that run through the world. So that is absolutely massive. With that bridge now, we can bridge public and private networks together, and it does give us access to Corda as a whole. Now Corda, R3 Corda used to have what was known as a Corda settler. I believe in another Q&A, somebody was answering the questions whether or not that Corda settler still exists. I think it was over on Impel's official Twitter page actually, and they said Corda settler no longer exists, and the only route through to R3 Corda would be through the Impel bridge. Now Quant as well, I've not got the article, but on Quant's official website they've actually integrated with XDC as well. So Quant has got all this sort of scale now. They've obviously broken through all the doors, and they've got that accessibility to the 90% of all this financial the financial transactions which will be taking place in the years to come. So this is just highlighting what APIs are all about, because this is what Quant is, not necessarily a blockchain but an API. So APIs are basically a communication protocol which relays information across different servers, as you can see. So what we're going to do, guys, we're probably going to wrap it up now because we're reaching that 10-minute mark. But just quickly going back, these are my targets right here. 1650 would be where I would be targeting. Just to have a look now on the measurement tool, see what sort of gains. We'll go from current price action. We're talking about 1300%. So there you gains, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up, and be sure to give us a sub as well. I've been the Block Bull, over and out.